Hi, Bridget. So your goal with your assignment is to do, I think you said like a fall winter catalog shoot. So you're thinking more fashion, more commercial oriented work. And I think that can work well for you. It's obviously the right time of year and you can kind of blend the two as we move from the end of the fall season here and moving into the winter. I think this will work well for you. Your idea here of having your subject in like autumn colors, the orange sweater, the even the jewelry has like an autumn touch to it. The shoes are very natural in tonality. I think that's really going to work well and will bring a cohesion, a visual cohesion to your images as you work with these color palettes. It might be something for you to kind of write out a little bit how you want to utilize the different color palettes with who, where, and start matching that together a little bit earlier. And that's something you can communicate with your subject before you go to photograph them. I think that would be one level to improve the communication, like you were talking about. The image that you have here, your subject's kind of leaning up against a tree. You're shooting this, let's see, at ISO 100, 28 millimeters, pretty wide angle, f7.1 at 1/100th of a second. So I would encourage you to scoot back a little bit. When you're close to your subject and you're using a wide angle lens, we can get some distortion. So scooting back and using a longer lens, I think would be better. That would also allow the background to start to go out of focus a little bit. So where she is up against the tree is obviously very natural looking, but then as we look at the details back here, this starts to be a little bit more artificial, right? Back here is nice as well, but I don't think we need all of that detail. So scooting back, shooting with a little bit of a longer lens and opening up that aperture some, I think would make a more pleasing image. You also want to make sure that we're feeling relaxed as we're looking at the image. And being cropped so tight on the top and bottom of your subject starts to create some visual tension. It doesn't allow her to feel calm and relaxed in the space. It makes me feel constricted as I look at it. So giving her more space above and below her, I think would create more of the vibe that you're looking for. Looks like maybe you used a reflector here to bounce some light back on her face, and that's working well. We also have some hot spots, right? So I'm not worried about the background, but on her face, you can see that there's hot spots, and on her side there are. So in that case, I would move her slightly or use something to diffuse the light so you don't have those really bright areas on her. We don't want to have any loss of detail on our subject. So as you move forward, just start really planning ahead, planning the clothing, planning the location. The time of day is really key as well. So I think your idea, you're off to a great start. Your color palette that you're working with here is working well so far.